Hello and welcome to a map review of this map here, which is called SpringHill Farm 2017. We will be taking a look at this guy and let's just kind of jump straight in. I'm going to just enable our usual suspect mods, and I do need to double check one thing. I don't remember if this actually requires seasons or not. Let's see. So this is yes. So no, this doesn't require seasons. This was actually a different one that I was thinking of. Okay, so we've got the map, we've got our mods. Let's jump straight in. So a little bit about this map. It is a conversion from an older map. We do appear to have some errors. This is a conversion of an old 2013 map, which was converted to 2015 and has been converted to 2017 farming sim. So it's essentially kind of gone through the stages. Let's take a look at the error log, because I did see some things go by there. So we have, ignore Landro Defenders, because that's my usual. We have a dirt shader XML error. We have some animated objects errors. Yeah, and that is that. There's a fruit types not supported there. So there's probably a script missing thing. And last but not least is like a saved game error, which is actually the default save game. Usually that gets corrected by the game when it's kind of loaded. Toggle flight mode. So say yes and no to course play, and let's do its thing. So here we are on the farm. Looking a little bit dark, but I think that's the trees. And this is the farmyard. So let's take a look at the farm. We have, by the looks of it, all the fields. We look like we have all the fields. There are 27 fields, and we have a good bit of grass, so more than half the fields of grass. And yeah, not a huge number of sale points. It's a relatively compact map. Let's just take a look at everything else. So I say we own pretty much everything. We start with some fields with some crops ready to harvest, and the rest are cultivated. Essentially, it is a kind of new sort of map. So let's just have a look at all the other stuff. There's just 2 sale points. There are just kind of one set of products to sell. Essentially, the basic default fruits. No starting animals, no built-in storage capacity in terms of silos, so it's tip on ground pretty much on this map, which basically means if you play multiplayer, then it could be, could cause problems later on down the line. Okay, so let's take a look at our starting equipment. We have a Case 1455XL, a Vulture N series, a Fendt 700 Vario, a Case PMC VX. We have a New Holland TC 5.90 and a Variofeed 18-foot header for said combine. We have a header trailer, a Metaltech DB8 tipper trailer. We have a Cullimer L300 cultivator and a Variomaster 153 plough, both from Kuhn. We have a Vernland Accord DL. We have a Brendal F2WS 4000 fertilizer spreader. We have a Pottinger Novacat 302 ED, which is a mower for the rear of the vehicle, and a Pottinger Top 462 windrower. We have a Flegel DPW 180 bale trailer, and we have a roll belt 150 New Holland round baler. We have a Lizard pickup truck, and we have a Silo King Trailed Line Duo 1814, which is a TMR mixer. So we've got a good little bit of kit here on the map to start with. Here is our farmhouse. It's quite a nice looking farmhouse, don't you agree? This is the farmyard. It's quite a tight, compact farmyard. We've got our vehicles in here. We've got what I think is some feeding troughs here, which I'm guessing these are cows. I'm guessing somewhere is I'm guessing that's a manure spot. We've got a feeding trough here. What else have we got around here? We've got, I say, quite tight, compact farmyard. We've got silage clamps here. We can bake our silage. More sheds with our vehicles in. You see, everything is sort of dropped and stacked away in our very tight farmyard. Now, what do we get over here? No storage shed, kind of a little bit of a yard, but that looks like it. We've got a nice little humpback bridge in the middle of the farm and a river. She looks kind of cool. Kind of runs through the middle of the farm. So I'm thinking this is cows, but we've got a slurry level somewhere. I can't see the there. So yeah, we've got this is definitely cows, feeding and so on. That goes here. We've got I said we've got a couple of feed troughs down here. These are for grass, I guess. What have we got over here? Have we got anything on the yard? I don't see anything. Just nice little cottages over there in the distance. Nice little stone cottages. And so it backs onto the river. Cool. And we've fallen in the water. And there we have our little cottages. They're actually quite cool. Very ornate lampposts. Quite a few lampposts actually. They're quite tightly spaced. On a very kind of overgrown bit of road. I could probably even mow this. That overgrown. And yeah, so I'm trying to see if we can find anything else on the farmyard. We have so you have a couple of vehicles here, and the cows and so on. And what do we have up here? We have another feed trough. We have some water. I'm not sure what animal this is for. Got one of our fields. I don't see, and this is the intriguing thing, is I don't see a what do you call it point. What's that? It's over here. What's that? Animal dialogue. Aha. So this is sheep. So this is our sheep. So they're not actually on the map. So this is cows here, I think. This is sheep here. Not sure where the pigs are. I haven't seen the pigs yet. Very sort of compact farmyard. Very compact and quite tight and everything. What is that? Kind of change. That was definitely the gate. Okay, so that's kind of that here. Somewhere around here has got to be a pigs, I guess. We've got our animal dealer here. Grain sale point. Fairly straightforward. Drop off point for grain. It's actually kind of labelled as something different. Crisp malting group. Crisp salt malting group, sorry. That's water. lorries turning. It's very tight, a very tight space. You wouldn't be able to drive a big lorry around here. Very, very compact space. So very, very tight. Another sale point over here. Tractors here. These tractors, I'm guessing we can't use these. They're literally just models. This is our store. Our lever, various vehicles. Everything seems to have sunk into the ground a little bit, but you know, guessing, yeah, the store still works. Wanted, use tractors and machinery, call for free quote. We are not a scrapyard. John Deere owners, take note. Very funny. Okay. There we go. We've got some really nice looking sort of, actually really shiny and nice. But yeah, this is the shop. Let's go to the animal dealer. We've got our animal dealer here. United Auctions. It's 1858. This is, I'm guessing, a UK map. This is, as I say, this is a new map, and I'm guessing there are a few teething problems because there's signs flying, defying gravity and all that. So yeah, it's a new map. So you know, we kind of work with it, as it were. It's got some kind of interesting bits. There's a nice little pub over here. So we don't really see them from the thing, but we've got a local pub. Who's this? Imported Irish Ale, Smithwick's. You can sell eggs here by the looks of it. I'm guessing these icons are from one of the earlier versions of Farming Sim. Now we have a petrol station here. We have a gas station, as I say. We've got a little spa shop, Cooper's Spa Shop. We see that quite a bit on maps. I'm trying to think what that is over there. We've got some more stuff as we look around. So I'm not convinced this is a finished map. We've got various bits and pieces. We've got some nice big sheds here, which I'm hoping we can open the doors for. We can't. We can go into them, but we can't open the doors. We did have some errors on animated trigger loading, so could be some things like that are not opening properly. We've got a nice big lake here. I was wondering what this big area of space was. We have a sort of a lake going on, and there's actually a sort of, what's this? What is it? A waterfall thing going on. That's kind of cool. Actually, what's going on up here? We've got a body of water up here or something. And we've got a little pond. And a little mill pond. Ah! So we've got a little flour mill going on here. Don't think the triggers are set up right, because it's not showing up on the thing, but it actually looks like it's flooded. It looks like it's kind of flooded a little bit. It's kind of funny. If you look here, you can just see the shimmer of the water that's kind of encroached into the space. But it's actually a really nice model. Sure. Got a British Wool logo. Got a nice little water wheel thing going on here. Nice animation. And the big pond at the bottom. And yeah, so not really much to kind of say. We've only got one crop on something, and everything else is kind of cultivated. We own all the fields, so effectively it's just a case of you would farm what you've got. So it's a nice kind of picturesque sort of map. Let's get into the air and let's take a look from the air, because I say there's not a huge amount on this map, but it's actually quite nicely done. Got a nice. Oh, there's a little castle going on over here. Obviously, this is not a huge map. We've got some nice little bit of grassland here. Nice space. Obviously, we've got our edge tree line that goes off into the distance and so on. A nice little village with our pub. A little river running through everything, which looks good. We've got some nice little houses and some stone walls. We've got our sort of grain sale point and then that normal shop. It's. I reckon this is an early conversion. So it's a map that's from a much earlier version of Farming Sim that's kind of been pulled forward for those that like that kind of thing. And it's just a case it needs maybe a little bit more work, just to kind of polish a few things off. It's not a massively production map. It is literally about the sort of old English farming stuff, with a bit of limited space to work in, but it kind of works. We've got some various fields. I'm not sure if we can access all of these fields, like a field at the back here. I'm trying to figure out how we get to it. Not sure which. Is there a little roadway? Is it in this tree line here? Quite a dense looking set of trees here. Oh, I see. You have to kind of wind through this. You've got that little dense little woodland piece, and then you kind of get to it here. I would say, forestry wise, on this map, you can cut down the trees, but there's no sort of dedicated conifer forests, evergreen, pine trees, that kind of thing. It is a deciduous trees kind of forestry. There's some interesting kind of topographical features going on here. For instance, a nice little valley and stuff. The river seems to kind of go and think. We've also got what looks to be a fort. We have a bit of a ford thing going on there. The river looks pretty dirty. I have to say that. Crystal clear. But then we've got, let's see, what do we got here? We've got so fields go off, little roads go off into the distance here. We've got a kind of a dense tree line that goes off into thing, and we've got what's this, field 10? Yeah, it's kind of interesting kind of arrangements we've got going on some of these fields, the grass fields especially. And then basically when you hit the edge of the map, of course, you'll drop off into oblivion, because that's tree lines. Obviously, as you can see from the view here, you just literally got a cliff at the end of the thing. So it is an interesting little sort of map setup. Got some kind of quirky bits to it. It's pretty kind of picturesque is the phrase I was looking for. Once you kind of ignore the fact that we're going over the edges of the map, but the actual kind of body of the map does look really good. There are a few little quirky bits and pieces. It's not a huge map. We've just zipped around it pretty quickly in literally like 10-15 minutes. You own all the fields, so it is literally a case you own everything, you farm everything. A lot of it's grassland. I haven't seen any pigs yet. This is one of the things. I've been looking out for pigs and I don't see any pigs. I'm not sure where they would be. I am actually looking. So I found the sheep. I found the cows. I cannot see the pigs. I just have not seen any pigs yet. So I'm not sure where they are. I'm actually not sure where they are at all. There's a barn there as well. So we are limited on some of the sell points. So the map needs more sell points. It needs kind of location markers for pigs and the like. So there's a few things it needs, but it looks, you know, at the moment it's visually appealing. It looks good. It just needs a little bit more work. So yeah, there we have it. This is SpringHill Farm 2017. It's a conversion from 2015, which itself was a conversion from 2013 farming sim. So this one has been kind of around the block. It looks pretty appealing visually. Kind of works. I actually just spotted something up here. I'm just wondering if that's got our pigs. So we're trying to find the pigs. We know that there are pigs on the map somewhere. It's just we don't know where. No, that's just a yard with a barn. But yeah, so there we have it. SpringHill Farm 2017. Very quick little map review. Walk around. It's a start. I think it's definitely needs some finishing touches. But I guess it will be playable as it is. So with that, thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this and found this episode useful for you, please hit the like button, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.